All right, so here we go. Mr. Glenn back at it again, like I never left. All right, so here we go. Factor by grouping. You see that there are 4 terms. We're going to break them down into groups of what? What do you think? Well, there are 4, so we can probably 4 divided by 1. No, 4 divided by 2. So we're going to break them down into 2 groups. So we're going to break it down into 2 groups. So here's one group. There's 2 groups. Okay. Matter of fact, let's put the plus sign on the inside so you can know that that's a positive 2. So what we have is RT plus 7R. And then the other binomial we've created is positive 2T plus 14. All right, and so we're going to reduce each one of them, right? So here you have RT plus 7R. What do they have in common? They have in common the letter R. So R is our greatest common factor in this binomial. What are we left with? We're left with T plus 7, right? I don't know why I say right a lot, but I do. Probably because I want you to make sure you understand. So here, we look at the coefficients, and you see that 2 and 14 are the numbers that can have something in common. We're left with, or we divide by, or reduce by 2, because that is the greatest common factor. Was it a positive 2, negative 2? It was a positive 2, so it's a positive 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so we're left with T. And then 14 divided by 2 is 7. Was it a positive 7? Yes, it was. Right, so now we're able to reduce out the greatest common factor, or the greatest common binomial. The greatest common binomial, as you can see, is T plus 7. We're going to divide that out. Got to make sure it's in parentheses to represent that it's a binomial, not an expression. So that's our greatest common factor, T plus 7. Reduces out. What we're left with, R plus 2. This is our answer. And if we were to multiply them together, we would end up with these numbers. All right? And you just look at it. T times R is TR. T times 2 is 2T. 7 times R is 7R. 7 times 2 is 14. And that's your answer. You can use the FOIL method, or as I've stated previously, the square model method, or the box model. All right? So let's try another one. Z minus 4YZ plus 18X minus 24Y. How many terms? 4. We're going to break them down into 2 groups. We're going to find the what? The greatest common factor of the coefficient. Looking at 3 and 4, nothing the same that's in common other than 1. However, we look at X and Y, they're not the same. Oh, and I know people make fun of my Z's, but I do that because some people say they're 2s, so those are the Z's. So we're going to factor out the Z. So we have the Z that's left out. All right, and so we're left with Z times 3X and then minus 4Y. Then we're going to find the common factor here between 18 and 24. Between 18 and 24, it's going to be 6, positive 6. What are we left with? 3X minus 4Y. All right, hopefully I'm not in your way so you can see what's going on. So now we can look and see that they have the same binomial, and we're going to factor that out. So we can divide by 3x minus 4y. 3x minus 4y. That is our greatest common factor. All right, and what are we left with? Z plus 6. And that is our answer. Hopefully I didn't go too fast, but it's recorded, so you can always rewind and stop and take notes. And if I were you, I would write words as I'm writing to say what it is I did at this particular point in the lesson, or at this step that I've taken. All right. Well, I really appreciate your time for tuning in, and I hope you subscribe to the channel and let people that you know about what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help you overcome your fear of math, and those that don't have a fear, I'm trying to help you understand the math even better. So I really, really, really appreciate your time. Thank you. You have a great day. Bye. Yes.